I'm writing this because the scrapbooks exist. The heart of my archive is 3 Eclipse drawing books with tracing paper sheets between the leaves. These books have buff cardboard covers printed with the Eclipse trademarks and the obligatory bilingual drawing book and tekenboek. In the middle of each cover is a hand-drawn title, Ali 1, Ali 2, and Ali 3. The newsprint is tobacco leaf brown and crackly. When I rub it between my fingers, I fancy that the boy who first read these reports and I are one and the same person. Branko. I'm the sportsman in the family. My brother Joe doesn't mind kicking a soccer ball around in the yard, but when I need him to keep goal while I practice my penalties, he's got his nose in a book. Now all of a sudden he's a boxing fan. Not that I've seen a lot of boxing myself. I've been to a couple of Golden Gloves tournaments at Berea Park with my cousin Kelvin, where they put up a ring on the cricket pitch in front of the grandstand. But we prefer the Rofstoy in the Pretoria City Hall. The thing about wrestling is the rules are easy to understand. If Jan Wilkins is on the bill, you know he's going to win. He's a huge Afrikaner, and he's the South African champion. Kelvin always shouts for Wilkins. My guy's Rio Rivers. He doesn't often win, but he puts up a good fight. The last time my cousin and I went to the wrestling, Dad insisted we take along Joe and Rolly. That's Kelvin's little brother. It was a fiasco. Joe started rooting for Sammy Cohen. Sammy's a pile of blubber in a black leotard. He looks like he hasn't slept for 3 days, and he always loses. That's his part to play. Joe doesn't get the principle. You're not supposed to support the bums. And now this thing with Ali, it comes over him like the measles. The boxing bug is going around because of the upcoming fight between Ali and Frazier. Naturally, I support Smoke and Joe. I would support him in any case, but the fact that my little brother has picked the other corner is a bonus. Another chance to get under his skin. Joe Frazier is going to give Cassius Clay a boxing lesson, Dad says. He's going to knock 7 kinds of crap out of that loudmouth. 8 kinds, I say. And Mom says, watch your mouth, even though 8 is just a number. Dad won't say Muhammad Ali. Over my dead body, it's always Cassius Clay. It drives my brother to tears of frustration. Sometimes he goes out in the yard behind the servants' quarters and smashes tomato boxes with a lead pipe. Sport is my thing, and I wish he'd leave it alone. My plan is to win the Tour de France one day. I prefer road racing, but I joined the track season to keep fit. Cycling is not a popular sport. If we're lucky, 50 or 60 riders turn up at the Pilditch track in Pretoria West on a Friday evening, most of them seniors, and a handful of us in the schoolboy ranks. Juveniles, they call us, a stupid term you would never apply to yourself. The stands are nearly empty, the wives and girlfriends and mothers cluster together in a few rows with crocheted blankets over their knees. 10 rows back, Joe is sitting alone under the icy corrugated iron roof, wearing a knitted cap with an enormous pom-pom. He'd rather be at home, but Dad says, you boys have got to stick up for one another. When the starter's pistol goes or the timekeeper rings the bell for the last lap, he pretends to watch. He's half interested in The Devil Take the Hindmost because of the name, but mainly he's reading a book in his lap, struggling in his black leather gloves to turn the pages of the Canterbury Tales or David Copperfield. The explosive pom-pom, the biggest one Mom ever made, hovers over his head like an unhappy fate. When I go to bed, I find him shadowboxing. He's supposed to be sleeping, but he's got the desk lamp swiveled to cast a shadow on the wall next to the window. Bobbing and weaving, he says. Yeah, I say, float like a bumblebee. Joe. On the cover of the first scrapbook, a book of scraps about scraps, I spelt out the word Ali in upright capitals using red double-sided tape from my father's garage. When this tape dried out and fell off like an old scab, leaving a tender trace of the name on the board, I outlined each letter in black Koki pen to restore its definition. The numeral after the name must have been added when the growing volume of cuttings demanded a second scrapbook. The first cutting in Ali 1 is headlined in red, The Fight of the Century. It was published the day before the fight. Like most of the cuttings, this one is unattributed, but judging by the typeface and layout, it was taken from the Sunday Times. It's a busy page. There are drawings of Frazier and Ali side by side, and between them, under the headline, How the Fighters Compare.